Dear students, how are you? Today we will discuss about the system unit of the computer. So we will move to the next slide. Here you can see about the system unit. A system unit is the main body of the desktop computer which houses the core components responsible for the data processing and managing data. It contains the several critical hardware elements essential for the computer operation. Now I will discuss in the detail that as you know that the CPU is the core component of the computer. Basically CPU stands for the central processing unit. It is also the brain of the computer. It is the most important component of a computer. It is also called the processor. A computer cannot work without the CPU. All components must have the central processing unit. CPU is located on the motherboard. It carries out the most of the work of the computer. CPU performs all the operations on the data according to given instructions. Basically, CPU uses for the execution of the instructions and tells us about the parts of the computer that which part apply which functions for what to do, how to do, and where to do. Most of the work tell us the other parts of the computer. Okay, so this is basically used for the calculations and the data transfers. All functions of the processor usually are on the single chip in the personal computer. The manufacturers of the processor chips are also providing the multi-core processors. So if a single processor it is contains the two or more separate processor is also known multi-processors. So this is all about the system unit. Now I will discuss about the motherboard. Motherboard is basically a primary circuit board that connects all components and allow the communication with each other. So you can see that it is the simple circuit board, and here are some chips which are using to communicate the data from one place to another place. So this is the CPU which we have discussed in the first slide as a system unit. Basically the main components of the CPU processors are, here we discussed that it known as the brain of the computer and it performs all the instructions from the program. Now here we will discuss about the instructions. Okay, you people know that here are the main components of the processor. CPU is divided into the three core components just like the CPU, ALU, CU. Now we will discuss that what is the ALU and CU and MU. ALU basically arithmetic logical unit which discuss about the execution of the instruction that plays in this part. All the arithmetic and logical operations are performed in ALU. It consists of the two units called arithmetic unit and the logical unit. Now what's the difference between the arithmetic logical unit and the logical unit? Arithmetic logical unit performs all DMAS rule just like the addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. So this is all the arithmetic unit. And if we discuss about the logical unit, at any ALU unit which performs the logical operation just like the comparing of two data in fields is called the logical unit. So this is all about the central processing units components. Now power supply is also very important part of the system unit. If we don't have the power or the supply of the electric current, then we will be unable to run our system. It provides a power to all the components within the system units. So next point is the memory. As we have discussed about the memory in the different lectures that memory is depends upon the primary and secondary memory. Here we will discuss about the memory RAM. Memory RAM is basically temporary storage used by the CPU to store the and quickly access the data during the processing tasks. So we will move to the next slide. Okay, it's the storage devices. Storage devices are those devices which are used to store the data. It can be CD drives, hard disks and SSDs, so which are used to store the data. So we can store our data on the online basis just like the Google Drive and Dropbox. So these are also the storage devices. Now here is the graphical process unit. Graphic processing units means that it handles the images, videos and the animation on the system. Cooling system, you can see that in every system here is a small fan which is used to cool your system. So fans and the liquid coolers that prevent the CPU and other components from overheating. So these are all the cooling systems. Next size is the ports and the connectors. Ports are basically points where we can connect our system. So it includes the USB ports, audio jacks, HDMI in which we connect our multimedia, and the other interfaces to connect the peripheral devices. So all the devices which are used in the system is called the peripheral devices. So it's all about the today's lecture. I hope it is clear to all of you. Thank you so much, students. If you like this video, kindly like, share and subscribe my channel.